Well, here first, you've got the touchscreen system.
Right.
Over here, you can control your climate. You've got AC seats, which I've already turned on for you.
Right.
Right above that, you've got heated seats. You've got dual controls, so you can control one side and I can control the other as far as temperature goes. And then you can control the AC airflow and everything through here.
Right,
Okay. Over here, you have your entertainment system. Now, one of the cool things that Ford does, a lot of it's voice activated.
Right.
So I can push a button.
Please say a command.
93.3.
Tuning to FM 93.3.
And I'll just do it by voice.
Right, okay.
You can do the climate as well.
Please say a command.
Climate, set temperature 65 degrees.
Did you say 65 degrees?
Yes.
Setting temperature to 65 degrees.
So they've got a lot of
Right,
the
so
voice
that's activated. You don't have to pre-program that. You don't have
Right.
to come in the car and speak to it.
Nope.
Right, okay.
It would probably take a little bit for it to get used to your accent.
Right, okay.
And it does. It
Right.
learns it. We have a huge UK presence in this area.
Okay.
A lot of UK people. And they'll tell you, it'll learn it, but it'll take a little bit for it. Now, over here, I don't know if you can get the videotape over here.
Yeah, just about, yep. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Let me show you some of the neat things this has. With the track apps, and it'll tell you track use only. I don't know if you can see it up here in the corner.
Acceleration.
Yep. It will track the G's that you do on a skid pad.
Okay.
So if we were to take a hard left turn, that red dot will move over to the right according to how hard the G's are pulling on it. Acceleration timer. It'll track your 0 to 30, 0 to 60, 0 to 100. It will track your eighth of a mile and your quarter mile. It'll save personal bests in there as well. You've got brake performance. So it'll tell you in feet how quickly you stop from 60 to 0 and from 100 to 0. The line lock. You can lock the front tires and burn the back tires.
Okay.
Yeah, to get them softened up for. Then once again, this is set for track use only. Okay. On your driver assist over here,
Okay.
it's going to have the auto engine off, blind spot control, cross traffic alerts, your rear parking aid. You can control all that with that. The gauge mode actually gives you a pretty cool setup. Your air fuel ratio, your boost vacuum, cylinder head temperature, inlet air temperature, oil temperature, transmission oil temperature, voltage on the battery. I mean, it's got some pretty neat setup to it. Okay? Down here, you can turn on and off the traction control. So if you want your back end to break loose, you want to smoke your tires, you can turn that off. This controls your steering feel. If you look up here, once again,
Okay.
if I flip that, you see how it's controlling the steering feel? You've got sport mode, comfort mode, and normal.
Right.
Okay? Now this one, right here,
Right.
is your actual driving mode. So if I flip this, once again, it's going to show up here. If I start flipping that, you've got normal driving, sport mode, track mode, which as you can see turns off your traction control down here. Oh. And you can also set it for snow and wet conditions. Alright? So like I said, the technology they put in these things is pretty incredible. There we go. Now obviously I can't drive too much like an idiot in this thing, but I'll let you get a feel for it. And if I put it to sport mode, here, I'm going to have it in normal. When I get up a little bit of speed, I'm going to put it in the sport mode and you'll feel the difference.
Right. So what is it, a V8 5 litre, is it?
It's a 5-liter V8, has 435 horsepower. Alright, so we're in normal mode right now. Just give a quick little jump. Now when I go to sport mode, you feel it shift down a little bit where it's more aggressive and ready to go. Feel that?
You've got engine braking as well.
Yep. what that did is I gave it a little bit of gas, so it was quickly downshifting, getting ready for me to take off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pulled my foot off real quick, so you could notice that it hung on to the downshift. And that's what the sport mode's going to offer it. It's
Right.
going to hang on to the gears a little longer, be set up in a more aggressive manner. All right? Like I said, there's nowhere around here I can really let it loose and have a lot of fun with it. But, yeah, they are beautiful, aren't they?
Mm. You selling many of them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we sell a bunch of them. They're very popular. Especially with the new design that they did for the 15s. They lowered it down, widened it a little bit, did a lot more of a European styling with them. And it's been very popular.
That's nice.
Are you starting to feel the AC in the seat?
Aye.
Yeah. That's nice in Florida because it gets hot.
Oh, you probably used to it, but it's crazy hot.
No, we don't get used to it.
No.
You just learn different ways to live with it. I actually lived right outside Detroit for a long time.
Okay.
And it's funny, the winters up there are every bit as hard and as long as the summers are down here.
Mm.
If you look, they've even got a little spot up here for your books.
Alright, okay. We stash.
And then that way you can not fill up your glove box with your books.
Aye, for your service manual and your
Mhm.
contacts and things like that.
Yep.
Did they spend quite a bit of time tuning it just to get the right sound coming through into the cabin, or is it?
You know what, they had talked about pumping it on the on the 4-cylinder, because they have a turbocharged 4-cylinder this year.
Okay.
They actually pump some of the sound in through the speakers,
Right.
so it'll still give you a little bit of that growl. But on the GTs, it's all from the engine.
Right.
And you can go to sport mode down here, and then you've got paddle shifters.
And that did an auto blip as well.
I'm sorry?
Auto blip when it
Mhm.
changed down.
Yep. So I can go through the gears, just pulling and clicking. So you a big car guy?
Aye, cars, motorbikes, anything that's got an engine in it.
Yeah.
Mostly cars and motorbikes, mind you.
I know a lot of people were just excited they were going to finally start doing a right-hand drive.
Are they?
Yeah.
Right.
But they're not going to do the V8. Like you said, it's too expensive to do over there. So they're going to have the V6 and the turbocharged 4-cylinder. But they're going to have a right-hand drive one. So.
I did actually notice one when I was driving down, and I thought it looked a bit wide and a bit lower.
Oh, yeah.
A bright orange one similar to this.
Yep, they are. They're a little bit lower, a little bit wider. And really, like I said, a lot of European styling that they did with it. To me, the way, when I look at them, it looks like a cross between an older Mustang and an older Porsche.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's got the long hood like the Mach 1, but if you look at the rear of them, if it was to just fall off instead of having that little lip, it looks like the back end of a 911. So they did a good mix of styling where it still has that Mustang look to it.
Aye, there's no question you see it a mile off and you think Mustang.
Oh,
No
yeah.
question.
which is important. I mean, that is, people buy Mustangs because they like Mustangs. They don't buy Mustangs just because they think they're pretty. They want everybody to know it's a Mustang. I got a little test drive path that I take. Well, it'll get us through some windy roads.
I can turn the camera off if you want.
No, it's up to you. It's up to you. I know you're filming your vacation. This gives you something to look back on.
Put on the YouTube videos.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of videos?
Hundreds.
Oh, really?
About 500. Mostly nonsense, mints, just rubbish, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You do a lot of car videos?
A few, aye. No a spectacular amount, you know?
Mostly just cutting up and having fun?
Aye, just doing stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, a lot of the times when I take this test drive pack, this undeveloped roadway and everything over here, a lot of times guys will be out there flying remote control planes.
Right.
Because they've just found that those roads give a great landing strip.
All right, aye.
Yep. Yeah, I wish we had some kind of test drive track around here where we could really have fun with the Mustangs. But it's probably good that we don't, too, you know?
Well, aye. There's a sort of test track up by that. Have you been to that go-kart centre up at the airport, International Airport?
Yeah.
They've got a sort of test track across. I saw them doing some stuff a couple of years ago. Because that's quite a big thing now, isn't it? It's the manufacturers offering, like, track day packages and things like that on how to drive their cars.
Yeah. The only bad part about this little test drive path is sometimes the cops sit right up here. There's a few different places where they hang out too. But like I said, I like that it gets real windy through here. It gives you a good feel for how a car drives instead of just going up and down Highway 27.
Did you notice much when you change the steering?
Yeah. You know what? When you definitely feel it. Here, take the steering wheel for a second. All right. Feel it? Comfort?
Okay.
That's normal.
I can feel that's a bit lighter.
And then there's the sport mode where it tightens it up. Obviously, the more you're driving through stuff, the more noticeable it is. But yeah, there's a big difference in the way it feels. And like I said, when you're switching through the drive modes, those get very noticeable. Feel it downshift down when I put in the track mode.
You can feel the engine braking.
Yeah, when you put this thing in track mode, it's a beast.
Right.
I mean, it is an absolute beast. But it will tell you for track mode, that is for track use only. Because you lose all your traction control and it is just unrestricted power to it. One of the things that I like about this, I don't know if you videotaped this part, where they've got the speed listed as ground speed. Yeah. It's just the little things like that that they did to really make it an enjoyable vehicle.
How much are they? Base? GT.
Mid to low 30s. You get super decked out, they can get up into the 50s.
Right.
You know, convertible and everything.
And can you have any colour?
As
Mr. Ford would say, as long as it's black.
well, it's been a while since they've had that attitude, but they, you've got orange, you've got yellow, you've got black, white. Guard is a good color. It's like a greenish. Magnetic, which is a dark gray. But to me, I think just about any vehicle, when they're clean, I think black looks the best.
Right.
I think it's just the most elegant of them. It's hard to keep them clean though.